often mistaken for her more famous sister Rocket. The subject of today's Spotlight episode was the first locomotive to carry a modern multitubular locomotive boiler, and was the first locomotive to inaugurate the passenger service on the Liverpool and Manchester Railway on the 16th of September 1830. That locomotive was Northumbrian. Northumbrian was built by Robert Stevenson and Co. of 4th Street in Newcastle. She was on the drawing board in June 1830 and was delivered to the Liverpool and Manchester Railway on the 31st of July 1830 at a cost of £700. That's £200 more than Rocket due to the increasing cost of copper at that time. But why is Northumbrian important? Well, for 3 reasons. Firstly, she was the first locomotive to use plate frames rather than bar frames. Rocket and the Squadron series locomotives based on that design which followed used flat bars of wrought iron to support the boiler, firebox and wheels. Northumbrian, however, used iron plates set on edge, which made the frame far stiffer in compression. If you look at Rocket today in the National Railway Museum in York, the original 1829 bar frame has had to be strengthened with extra stays and in fact sags under the firebox. Secondly, Northumbrian had the first modern locomotive boiler. Whilst Rocket had probably been the first locomotive to have used a multi-tubular boiler and one with the proper firebox, it was Northumbrian which took this a stage further. For the first time, here was a multi-tubular boiler with a proper smoke box at the front end and the firebox within the boiler shell at the rear. This became the norm for all subsequent mainline steam locomotives built over the next 138 years in Britain. Northumbrian was also fitted with an early form of blower. A blower is used to create an artificial draft to help steam raising by using a jet of steam. Unlike a modern locomotive where the blower is in the smoke box, Northumbrian had one in the firebox beneath the fire. Thirdly, Northumbrian had a proper tender. Gone was Rocket's coal wagon type affair carrying an outsized water barrel, in favour of a tender which had a U-shaped wrought iron tank which encompassed a space for the coke. Northumbrian was an instant success. She weighed just over 6 tons and could generate 14 horsepower. She was capable of speeds of up to 30 miles an hour under load and could shift over 30 tons. It was Northumbrian which was selected to pull the Duke of Wellington's special carriage on the opening day. Famously, driven by George Stephenson, she rushed the mortally wounded William Huskisson MP from Parkside to Eccles on the opening day of the Liverpool and Manchester Railway on the 15th of September 1830, reputedly touching speeds as high as 40 miles an hour. On the following day she was in steam again, and she worked the first public passenger train between Liverpool and Manchester. Incidentally, this was also the first private charter train, as the train had been hired by 200 Quakers from Liverpool to attend a meeting in Manchester. The rate of locomotive development was as fast as modern PCs or mobile phones, and this pioneering locomotive was soon rendered obsolete with the delivery of Planet in October 1830. Northumbrian was laid up by 1833 and was sold in January 1836. Yet it is thanks to Northumbrian that we have the modern locomotive boiler. Short-lived she may have been, but her revolutionary designs live on. So that's the spotlight on Northumbrian. Please like, share and subscribe, and let me know which locomotive you would like to see a spotlight video on.